All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I think it's going to be okay. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Lewis Schaffer Studio One, the kitchen. It's Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer ending his career. I was gonna say career in comedy. I don't know if it's a career in comedy. Let's get the lights going here. Welcome to the show. This is the 155th day. This is the second show. So I've done 186 streams, basically. 186 streams. Let's say it's 1.5 hours, 90 minutes a stream. So that's over 200. That's a lot of hours. Everybody, whatever you know about Lewis Schaffer, you know a lot about me. And I know a lot about you. You've all told me stuff. I know about you guys. Actually, I don't. I don't pay any attention to you. But I should. I should be one of those caring people. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I have no hair in my ears. That's one of the best things about me. I'm not one of those old guys with hair and my nose. I don't think they got. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Ooh, that's a long one. Look at how long that is. Look at how long. Look at how long coming out of my nose. Anyway, we've got some people here. Mark the Rosian is here. MC Scott is here. Welcome back, Gnome Hunter. Baff 0569. Hello from Radio Telepathy. The 11th Phoenix. We're going to find out about you. Be prepared to tell us about yourself. Carrie B, who's going to be moving to Blackheath. She lives in Greenwich right now. So good to see you. Eugene DeVere. Eugene DeVere. We're going to find out about you. Eugene DeVere. Where are you from? Eugene DeVere. Don't answer right now. Cellaire at Audex is here. Darklands is here. And she says she can hear me and she can see me. And Cellaire says 5 by 5, meaning it's good. I've learned that. You taught me that 5 by 5. That means it's up to 5 and over to 5, something like that. Nails drying. Nails drying. It's we're in London. We're in London, England. We're in London. I know it's hard to believe. It's in London. It was so bleak. It's bleak. This is. I know what people say. February is the bleakest time of the year. Is this the bleakest time of the year? Bath Rose, 11th rise of the fallen Orisis. The 11th rise. Should I know about that? Maybe I should. I'm not one of those people. Maybe I am. Velikovsky, it's possible. Anyway, so thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Let me see if I've left anybody out for today's show. Alex is here. Hello, Alex. Alex is here. What were we discussing the last time you left? You made a point, and I said, oh, I should remember that, and we can discuss it at the next show. Do you remember what you said in the last show? I don't know if you have. I don't know if you're going to remember it. I don't know if you're going to remember it. Anyway, Joodles is here. It's bleak. Was a great place to walk in. Yes, it's a bleak day, but you brighten my day, Joodles. Joodles brightens my day, and I'm glad that she's here. So thank you for coming. Yeah, but when I say it's bleak on two levels. Of course, it's bleak because it's November, and it's a horrible time of the year, November, I would say. Wouldn't you say it's a horrible time of the year? I had a nightmare about Darren Brown earlier, and I'm blaming whichever one of you people mentioned him. I don't remember who did, but somebody mentioned Darren Brown. Okay, so it's bleak because it's November. Is this the most depressing time of the year, November? Or is at least in October it can be kind of nice. It can be nice. And today was actually almost a nice day today, but generally speaking, it's not a nice day, I would say. So is this the most depressing month of the year? Number one. That's number two. And then I had a long chat with my friend Doug, and he's just telling me about the economic problems of this country, which you don't really hear about. I mean, the full-on economic problems, which is basically Rachel Reeves can't, she's in a $50 billion hole. I don't know whether that's the right number, but that's the number that I have in my head. Okay. It was a decent sunny day here today. Bleak hasn't hit yet. Well, yeah, I think January and February is worse, says Darklands. I tell you why I don't. Because the day isn't getting longer. What's that song? It won't be long till summer's here. The boys are back in town. Oh, what is that? Is that a Thin Lizzy song? The boys are back in town. It won't be long till summer's here. Let me just check that lyric out. Let me check that lyric out. Won't be long before summer's here. Song lyrics. I think this is the song. No, 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 won't be long. No, maybe it's not. That is. No, no, James Taylor, no, 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 no. That's not the song. Won't be long. It's a Thin Lizzy song, I think. Thin Lizzy summer song. Lyrics? What do you think? What do you know anything about this thing? Can you hear me? Am I speaking to? The boys are back in town. Them Wild Eyes boys been away, haven't changed. But man, this song, I remember listening to the song in the 1970s before he died. This track, Thin Lizzy, big hit in America. Maybe it wasn't a big hit, but I remember it. You know that chick that used to dance a lot? Every day she'd be on the floor shaking what she's got. Man, when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot. I mean, she was steaming. And that time over at Johnny's place, well, this chick got up and slapped Johnny's face. Man, we just fell about the place. If that chick don't want to know, forget her. What a great, I mean, there was something amazing about this. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Spread the word. Maybe that's not the right song. Friday night they'll be dressed to kill down at Dino's Bar and Grill. The drink will flow and the blood will. Great lyrics. Great, great, great lyrics. That's a great song. Do you remember that song, anybody? Anyway, so that's whatever. We're back on track. I had a nightmare. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Back on the place here. Today was overcast with a small shower, but the morning was stunningly sunny. Yeah, it was really sunny. I mean, January is bad because it doesn't get enough sun. Phil in it is they're talking about, Andrew, but it doesn't get much sun in January. 5 hours of sun a week. A week. 5 hours of sun a week. That's like not enough sun to make you happy. The boys are back in town. Great song. Great song. Phil Lynott disappeared on a TV show called appeared on a TV show called Whose Baby Are You? I don't know who these people are. A trucker from Reno, Bernie Winters. I never heard of that. Schnorbiz. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's another song that I was thinking about. David B is here. Welcome back, David B. Good to see you. Welcome back, trucker from Reno. It goes dark here in Thailand about the same time all year round. Yeah, because you're right close to are you close to the equator? You're not super close. What is the latitude? Is the latitude the one that's up, or is the latitude the one that's over? Trucker from Reno is in Thailand. Yeah, yeah. Well, you get the same. Remember, everybody in the entire world gets the same amount of sun. You think to yourself, oh, there's more sun somewhere else. Maybe we can fiddle with the sun. But it doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work that way at all. At all. Summers won't be long before summer's here. Won't be long before summer's gone. Won't be long. What is the song? I had the song in my head. Cara B is here. Who said yesterday, Darren Brown? Maybe you could Google that. I mean, you should Google. You're very good at the Googling of the thing of the. I mean, I never go back and look at these streams because I just think I've said something outrageously horrible, and it's none of my business. I'm not British. I'm not English. I'm an American guy. I'm in New York. I got things that are bad that people don't like. I'm a Jew. I come from America. I come from a middle class background. It didn't seem like we were middle class to me. We felt we were poor. I felt I was poor growing up, but other people maybe could feel I was rich. I'm a guy. People don't like guys anymore. I'm really good looking, and that's I think a problem to a lot of people, basically. So Eugene DeVere, where are you from? Are you a male or a female? Are you fat? Are you fat? Because I was thinking about that today. I went out and walked. I didn't walk that far, but I picked up rubbish in the middle of the night in the rain, and then I came back here. And I'll tell you how many steps I've done. Not that steps can make you lose weight. It's not that the steps, but steps are better than nothing. Are Americans classed as middle class? I consider all Americans to be working class. All Americans work. It's not like British people who just want to sit there and be like the king and like do good things or whatever the king does. What a loser. 8,500 steps. You're a male and you're unfit. Okay. That's the first step in becoming fit. Let's all become fit. It's so important. I mean, I woke up this morning, 77.4 kilograms, which is good, but it's not exactly where I want to be. But I want to be, if I wake up every single day at 77.4, I will be happy, which means I've eaten as much food as I need to eat. How old are you, Eugene? And where are you from? An analysis of the mustache man's genome reveals the Kalaman syndrome, a disorder that can prevent S development and causes low testosterone. Okay, I never heard of Kalaman syndrome. I might have to look that up. Should I look that up, Lucy? We're going to have to look that up online. I think that's important. He also has a top 1% polygenic score for schizophrenia, autism, and bipolar. And Hitler had no Jewish, and the mustache man had no Jewish ancestry. I mean, does it surprise you that he's possibly schizophrenic, that it's possibly autism, possibly bipolar? But he had no, yeah, okay. I don't know. What do you make of that, Lucy? Scientists were able to build DNA profile for a sample of blood-stained cloth that a U.S. Army colonel had cut from the sofa where Hitler took his own life in 1945. All right, very well prepared. Very well prepared, U.S. Army colonel. Very well prepared. The lightest I have been is 7 pounds, 4 ounces. If you believe that you're only alive once you're born and not beforehand. Trucker from Reno. So what do you make of that information, Lucy? Put some analysis on this. He has some Muslim in him from the Ottoman Austria. Is that true, Baff? Where is Baff from? Is he a male or is he a female? Are you fat? How old are you? How tall are you and are you fat? You're too drunk to F, Carrie B. You're in no state to judge. Okay. It was also in one of the papers today that he likely had a micro penis, Lucy. Stephen N. covered it. Okay, you're watching Stephen Allen. The truth is, what's wrong with a micro penis? How do you know what does it mean? I'm not going to discuss my PP. Lucy, DNA can't analyze the size of the penis. Or if he had 1 or 2 balls. Good point. Good point. Good point. I mean, maybe people would have heard about it if he had that in the past. Maybe some girl or something. Like the Moorish Italians in the South who have had these bright blue eyes and black hair. Yeah, because they're a mixture of all sorts of different stuff down there. A lot of Moorish stuff and a lot of English stuff. A lot of, slaves were taken to that area by the Barbary pirates. I only have one leg. The other one is in Albert Hall. Let's see. Like Max Clifford. What happened to Max Clifford? My son's brain scan revealed schizophrenia in the future. Very worried. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in all that stuff. I think if you love your child and you pay enough attention to your child won't have any of that stuff. That's what I believe. So don't worry. The way you get over that is you pay attention. I read a book about it. I used to believe this thing. You're one fourth kike. So your father's father is Jewish. That's my guess. Is that right, Eugene? Are you tall and how much do you weigh? Ooh, it's past your bedtime, Alan Williams. We're honored. Yeah, he came in town. Hey, Alan, good to see you. It says started 23 minutes ago. Is this normal? What this show? Yeah, it's normal at 10:30. That's what time we normally start. We start at 10:30. Is this a good time? Should we start at 11? Would it be better to start at 11? What do you say to that? I mean, we're starting at 10:30 now. Your father's mother. Exactly. What did I say? Oh, I said your father's father. Your father. So your father was Jewish and your mother isn't Jewish. How Jewish do you feel? Not that it's great to feel Jewish. Sometimes it's better not to feel Jewish. Sometimes it's better not to be involved in other people's problems, Once you know about it, once you feel a part of another group, you think, oh, I wish I didn't feel that. Like people who, maybe you feel Armenian and you think, oh my God, they're doing bad things to Armenians. Or Christians in Nigeria. You can say, I'm not a Christian. I don't care what they're doing to them. But if you feel it, you can feel it. Alan Williams, he's saying hello to everybody. Like the Habsburgs are a different species from the Hohenzollern. The Hohenzollern. I mean, we're all different species. It's like what you believe. I can't believe this is your 31st Late Show. Why is that not hard to believe? I've done 155 of those other shows. That's quite amazing. You're a massive IDF supporter. Yeah, well, I think you could support the IDF. If you love England, you should support the IDF. We're on the same team. You're gonna need Israel, and we're gonna need England. Lewis, how do you feel? Not with your hands answer. How do you feel? I feel a bit better. I kind of lost a little bit of energy at the last show. I'm having a cup of tea now. I hope I'll be able to get to sleep later. I hope so. Carrie B says support the IDF. Well, we should support the IDF. The IDF is good for Israel, and it's good to keep those horrible, horrible people from being bad around the world. The Queen Mom was a Habsburg. Yeah. Well, according to information that I have, she was prevented from going to Israel. We can't only talk about the Jews, but I do appreciate you listening to me rattle on about this. If you don't want to hear it, all you got to do is say, Lewis, enough about the Jews. Because I know it's boring. Friday night we'll be dressed to kill. Down at Dino's Bar and Grill, the drink will flow and blood will spill. If the boys want to fight, you better let them. That jukebox in the corner's blasting out my favorite song. The nights are getting warmer. It won't be long. It won't be long till summer comes. That's the lyric there. Now that the boys are here again. The boys are back in town. Fantastic song. And he's dead. The poor guy is dead. He's dead. I'm from Jewish stock too. Yeah, well, maybe this could be a show. Yeah, there you go. Carrie B. Well, what does that mean, Jewish stock? Probably everybody has a little bit of Jewish in them. Everybody. I'm surprised that Hitler doesn't have any. because the boys are back in town. I mean, it's written so well. The lyrics are just unbelievable. Enough about the Jews already. Yes, Kermit, enough. Enough about it. We could talk about, there's a million other things we need to talk about. Can I look up what Kelman's syndrome is? I never even heard of it, or maybe I have looked it up. I'm at the age now where I've looked up at so many things. I've looked up so many things, too many things. Is a stock a gravy? No, it is not a gravy. A gravy, I think, is something that they add stuff to. A stock is just maybe the bones and the meat, the stuff that comes off of that. A stock has. I don't even know about this, but I'm guessing what this thing is. Does anybody know, Eugene? What's the difference between a stock and a gravy? A gravy has flour in it to make it thicker. A gravy can be a stock. Yes, that's okay. I could see that. Lewis, I put a pencil at my bum once. I don't know. What are you thinking? Listen, we're trying to have a reasonable. Lewis comes from the stocks. You are correct, Lewis. Yeah. You have I ever been to Israel? You've done a little day tour there a while ago. Jerusalem, Bethlehem, usual tourist route was all right. Is that what you did? You did that. You did a little tour. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see places. I'm not interested anymore in seeing anything. I'm not as interested. I'd like to see some of your ladies' apartments, but I don't. I mean, that's a joke, making a joke. But do we need to go to other places? I think some of us do. Some of us need to be healthy right now. We need to be strong and fit. So let's raise our hands and show it. What about that song? That's another song that I'd like to look up. I'm going to look up that song. I don't know whether you know this song. Let's see if you know this song. This was an ad in America. You are confident, secure. Raise your hands. Do you know this song? No. There you go. Let's see if it is. Any of you familiar with this song?
You know it, you feel confident, secure.
If you want to feel confident, raise your hand. If you want to feel secure, raise your hand. If you want protection that helps you feel dry all day, raise your hand and reach for sure.
Confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it, you feel confident, secure.
If you want to feel confident, raise your hand. If you want to feel secure, raise your hand. If you want protection that helps you feel dry all day, raise your hand and reach for sure.
Confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand if you're sure.
Oh my God. Do you know that song? I'm almost going to cry listening to that song. Okay, well, did you do something about FM Ghost, Kermit? Because that's not right. Anyway, Lucy says, KIK comes from Kekel, meaning circle, because the illiterate Ellis Island Jewish immigrants signed documents with a circle. That's probably not true. That is probably not true. They didn't want to sign with an X. First of all, every Jew is literate. You have to be literate. Every Jew is literate. And illiteracy comes, every Jew had to be able to read the Torah. They had to be able to read the Bible. Every Jew. So that, Lucy, is not true. But I love you anyway. It is not true. Google what percentage of Jews are literate. They all could write their names because they saw it as a Christian symbol. No, that's a myth. That's a kind of bull. Anyway, put your hands in the air if you don't care. Okay. We had different adverts for sure, but that was an ad, 1980s. It was an amazing ad. Just like raise your hand, you know it. Raise your hand, you will show it. You are confident, secure. You're right, Kermit. Thank you very much for doing that. I should have done it. But I don't feel, I'm not in a negative mood. Jews can read. That's one of the reasons why they make so much money. The ones who, not everybody, but the ones who do. Because we were taught anything about the Jews that doesn't come from a Jewish source appears to be rubbish. Cult leader said so. Yes, I'm telling you, most of it is rubbish. It is rubbish. It is rubbish. Every Jew that I knew growing up, the poor ones, and when my family was poor, they all could read. They all could read before there was public education. Oh, sorry, change the screen. Thank you, Andrew Rubin. I appreciate that very much. I'm changing the screen. I do appreciate being told that. Nick Skin is here. We hope it's chips. It's chips. Now, that was a great advert. Which one was that, the chips one? You know, you got to remember the lies, that everything they say is a lie. Everything that they say is a lie. I want to play that song again. Can I play that song at least in the background? Could you hear that song?
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident.
Secure.
If you want to feel confident, raise your hand. If you want to feel secure, raise your hand. If you want protection that helps you feel dry all day, raise your hand and reach for sure.
Secure.
I love that so much. I shouldn't admit to that, but I love that so much. Let's find out who wrote Sure Advert Confident Secure song. Okay, let's find out who wrote it. Raise your hand, you know it. Raise your hand, you know it. And it aired for like 10 years. Here's another.
You got it. That Sure is secure and confident feeling. Because Sure's double action formula fights wetness while it kills bacteria that cause odor. Be sure of both odor and wetness protection. Get Sure.
Well, that's a bit sad because it's like 10 years later. It's the same ad. Anyway, Trump got his apology off BBC. No compo offered, though. Is that true? I have not heard that. Is that true? Has he been apologized to? He should get money off of those people. That was really a song, Lewis. It was an ad jingle. Okay, I called it a song. It's an ad jingle. You were 28 when that came out, 1985. I was 30 in 87. Yes, I was 28 years old. I was a very attractive young man. Lewis, you have an alternate explanation for they call the Jews a slur word meaning circle. I don't have an explanation. There could be lots of different reasons why. I mean, then there are millions of slur words for the Jews. Fuck them, really. Fuck them. I don't know. You could make a story up for anything. Anything. I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe you're right. If you're right, you better prove it to me. Good night, you. Okay, Carrie B, don't say goodbye. Don't ever say goodbye. Don't ever say goodbye. Lucy Van Pelt, just credit the source to a Steinberg or anything of the like, and he will change his mind. No, I won't. I'll have to, because I know lots of people lie, including people who have Jewish parents or were raised Jewish or thought that they were Jewish. I was just thinking about this today. The fact that Jews can read they can read. They have a higher level of literacy than probably any other ethnic group. Well, why don't we Google that? Let's Google that, Lucy. We can get into an argument over that. Do Jews have a high level of what is the word called? Not literacy. Is it literacy? It says according to, yes, Jewish people generally have a high level of literacy, both historically and the present day. Literacy is the core cultural value and religious obligation of Judaism. I mean, really. So to say that though there are all these people coming off the boats couldn't read was a lie. Was an absolute not true. Not a lie. Whatever it is. You want to believe it, you can believe it. You want to believe it. I would just, okay. Gillette, the best a man can get. That isn't as good a song as this, I don't think. I was just thinking of the, okay, what are you saying? Who's saying that? I was talking about exactly that the other day with Kermit, how advertising is just utter shite. If your goal in life and your utopia is a razor, well, that's true. That's true. It's like removing secondary sexual characteristics. I mean, I used to shave. I didn't shave today. Can you see I didn't shave today? And it used to be I shaved every single day for 40 years. I took a shower every single day for 40 years. I put on glasses every single day for 40 years. Okay, so I'm with you, Joodles, shaving. I mean, really. I mean, we know what, and yeah, where do they come from? They come from the word, whatever it is. But that's not a slur. It's not a slur. It's not a slur. Slur is something true, maybe. I don't even know what a slur means. Who's got an IQ of 115? Only the flakiest music. Some of the music in these songs are just amazing songs. And they started to use, songs from real songs, which is like cheating, I think. What Nixon? What am I? Lewis is what? Looking like the milk tray man. Why am I? I don't even know what the milk tray man is. Only the crumbliest flake is chocolate. I never liked those 99 flakes. I never liked it. I didn't like the chocolate. Did not taste like it was amazing. Now I like it. I mean, maybe because I've lived in the country long enough. Basically. Possibly. I don't know. So that's what we're talking about here. Should I look up Kelman's thinking? These are like songs. These are your songs. Taste like chocolate, never tasted before, says Kermit. Try a taste of martini. These are sayings that were done. I want to be sold glamour. I want to buy Wall's Viennetta and feel like I'm buying luxury because of the advert. Yeah, I guess that's what people did. I mean, maybe that's why I pay extra for Oreo ice cream sandwiches, which I haven't had one in, I don't know, in how many days, a week or something. We want to be sold something better if we're going to pay the money for it. Well, that's what advertising is. That's what something went down my throat. And yet Viennetta has become about a quid. I mean, chocolate has gotten better in this country. There was only Viennetta back in the day. Cadbury Flakes are one of the few common chocolate bars that don't taste like SHIT now. Is that true? I don't know. Chocolate bars. I don't know. You mean it's like a candy bar, but you call it a chocolate bar. Cadbury Flakes. You got to stay away from that. In order for us to be thin, we have to avoid that. Not that I do, but we have to avoid that. And you see what I did? I used Google or whatever that is, Grok or Chat GPT, whatever it is, to check something. But you can't be sure. They can lie to you. Double your pleasure, double your fun. Yeah, exactly. And that's one of those companies that was advertising when they didn't even have chewing gum to advertise during the war. Eugene DeVere. No, the Americans have ruined Cadbury's chocolate. That's what I've heard. Is that true? Is that true? That it's not quite as chocolatey as it used to be. That's what I've heard. It's not quite as chocolatey as it used to be. Andrew Rubin points out. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. I'm going to look up Kalman's chalk. Kalman's syndrome. Is it Kalman's or Kalman's? Kalman's syndrome. Okay. What exactly? Is a genetic disorder that causes delayed or absent puberty or reduced or absent sense of smell. Puberty and smell is a type of hypogonadotropic hypogonadism, a hormonal disorder resulting from a lack of sex hormones due to the underdevelopment of certain neurons in the brain. Treatment involves hormone replacement therapy, though its effects on other aspects of the condition are limited. Okay, it's called KS. It's called KS. Who came up with this thing? They're asking money for this. I'm not going to give them any money, and I have given Wikipedia money. I will not give Wikipedia money. In the same way, I won't give the BBC money. Why should I give? I mean, it has some benefits, but it has a lot of brainwashing. Is a genetic disorder. Who came up with it? The history of it. The condition is commonly diagnosed more in males than in females. Finnish population estimated 1 in 48,000 people overall, with 1 in 300,000 for males and 1 in 125,000 in females. Kalman syndrome was first described in a paper in 1944 by Joseph Kalman, a German-American geneticist. The link between anosmia and hypergonadism had already been noted by the Spanish doctor Aurelio Maestre de San Juan in 1956. So let's find out who this guy is. I bet he's a Jew. He fled Germany in 1936 because of his Jewish heritage. That's why Germany doesn't have a very strong medical program like they used to. Germany used to be the absolute world leaders in science. Absolute. It was always, all the papers were published in German. They're always coming out of Germany. All the great minds were in Germany. And then they did this. He fled Germany in 1936. Paradoxically, he had been a student of Ernst Rudin, one of the architects of racial hygiene politics in Nazi Germany. In a speech delivered in 1935, while still in Germany, he advocated the examination of relatives of schizophrenic patients with the aim of finding and sterilizing the non-affected carriers of supposedly recessive genes responsible for the conditions. Well, a lot of people believe that. Not only the Jews, but I mean, remember, he's at uni, and you got to suck up to your teacher. He died in New York. He came from Silesia. Where is Silesia? I think that's possibly part of Poland. I actually had Silesian sausages today. I actually made some sandwiches. I'm a bit embarrassed. Okay. Silesians are recognized either as a regional Polish group. Where are the Silesians? It's that's Silesia down there, yeah. Lots of Jews lived in the area, and that's where we came from. I mean, it's hard to say don't move there, whatever. The 4th century BC, the Celts entered Silesia. Let's see where the Jews. Sorry if I'm looking for this. Sorry for this. Where is this? There you go. Well, a lot of the Silesians call themselves Jews. 1923, there were 17,000 Jews living there, or 8% or 0.8% of the population. in 1825. Very interesting. And then here's a map. I love this thing. I love this. I love these kind of maps. Who doesn't love these kind of maps? Can you see these? I don't know why I'm looking at this. You should look at this. Can you see this kind of map? It's an amazing map. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've always lived and worked near the factory. I used to. Okay. Everybody is so typing. You're all like Silesians live in Silesia, long part of the Western Poland. Breslau is a famous city there. I think that part was not Polish. That part was mostly German. And then when the Russians took a lot of the land on the Eastern Front, that part of the land was given to the Poles. So the Germans lost a lot of land. I see no border. Greens are upset at immigrants being put in their constituency. Where is this? Where is this, Kermit? Who are these no border? I haven't seen any of that. I'd like to see that. That means this country is changing if they believe that no border, if they believe in border anymore. I think if anybody votes Labor, Lib Dem, or Green, they should have their locks removed from their houses and their keys taken away. Famously, it's part of the Austro-Hungarian realm that Frederick the Great fought them in a shock invasion to prove Prussian dominance over Europe. You know what? Everybody has their day. Silly German sausages are. They're silly. Actually, these are I guess these are Polish sausages, but I mean they have maybe they were originally German. They were delicious. Germans make delicious sausages. I've been eating a lot more sausages because they sell nice sausages across the way at the shop that I'm from. Look at the Landor video. Let's see the Landor, says Kermit. Let's see the Landor video. Do you mind if I see the Landor video? Let's see what this is. Landor video. British Landor, political revolution. There are lots. Let's look up what the word Landor means. I gotta look this up. I'm learning stuff too. Is the name for an artist musician who can be found? No. Well, that's this guy. But what is meaning in English? I'm typing better on this keyboard. A lander. What does land? No. Is that the right word? Landor. Someone for a place called Landau. No, that's probably not what it means. Is that the right way to spell it? Where is Landau? Let's just find out where Landau is, because that's like Martin Landau, the famous actor. Landau, horse-drawn, is a type of carriage. What is a Landau in Germany? What ethnicity is Landau? It is a German Yiddish surname derived from one of two places named Landau. Notable people: Barry Landau, American collector, allegedly has stolen thousands of historic documents. It's a surname. Do I know any of these people? Landau. Lots of Jews. Where is Martin Landau? See if we can find. There's the American actor, Martin Landau. Is he still alive? Who are these people? Who are these people? Okay, let's get back on track. This show has disintegrated into horror. Is it horrible? I don't know. Let's slow down our typing. We may be missing the point. Barry Lyndon. That's something else. That's that great whatchamacallit movie. That's that really great movie. What is the movie? Barry Lyndon by Stanley Kubrick. I never saw it, but it looks like it could be an amazing movie. I've seen many of his movies, and I'd like to. I've been watching a lot of videos about Stanley Kubrick. basically. What is a silly sausage? What is a silly show? Are we just watching Lewis do research? Well, why not? Maybe we could all do research. Maybe if you actually said something that I understood what you were talking about, we wouldn't need to do research. How about that? How about that? Maybe that's what we should do. Remember, this is the evening show. I'm exhausted. I'm surprised I have even energy to do this. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised I have the energy. Sausages, Heart Attack City. No, sausages are not Heart Attack City. They're not. They're not. They're not the best food. The best food is raw beef and raw eggs, which is what I eat every day. And if you're on my Twitter, you can see what I eat every day. I post it, and every day people stop following me because they don't want to see what I'm eating. But it's not a Heart Attack City. You take that back, Andrew Rubin. Well, they didn't know what's going on. Let's get back to the head here. I did see that, Darklands. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Anyone see the pile of discarded rope in an art exhibition with a price tag of £1,000,000? Yeah, someone might buy it. They might. I mean, it's just to prove a point that they could sell old rope. You know, I mean, is it worth? I mean, how much is it worth? Could be worth nothing or anything. It's not our fault you can't read, Lewis. We are not speaking in tongues. You know what's happened? I'm gonna have to go have my eyes checked. I'm gonna call up tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. I'm gonna call up to have eyes checked at Boots. Boots or Spec Savers. And I recommend you all do that. That's something you should do. It comes from the saying, yes, it does, Eugene DeVere, money for old rope. And he's like making a joke. And that's what artists do. They make a joke. They make a joke about it. Sausages are the worst you could eat for a healthy heart. Okay? Money for old rope. It's your high carb content diet. Yes, it could be. It also, because I'm sitting here for 3 hours a day reading tiny little print. And it can make your eyes go wonky. It could make your prisoners recycling old rope. Specsavers are a scam. Why are they a scam? Lewis, how many fingers am I holding up? Okay, very funny, Lucy. Very, very funny, Lucy. I don't know how many are you holding up? You didn't tell me you lost any fingers. Leo Kerr said earlier he'd love to do a live stream with you. Are you up for that, Lewis? Yes. When did he say that? Of course, I'd love to do something with Leo. I love Leo Kurz. He is a very good guy. He's good fun. He's fair. He's like an adult. I like Leo Kurz. Anyway, surely you just need to train your eyes better. Yes, you do. I believe in that. Maybe I need to move closer. I need to move closer and then further away and then even further away. Joodles. Yes, I do. We all need to train our eyes. Stephen Allen also said he was gigging near you. He'd pop in, Lewis. Did he really say that? I should call him up too. I like a lot of people. Whether they like me is something else. But I like Stephen Allen as well. There's very few people I don't like. I had my eye tested and found spects. Spects. Is that what you're saying? You had Carrie B. You had your eyes tested. I mean, they want to sell you a pair of eyeglasses. You just got to say, I don't want to buy a pair of eyeglasses. You know? I mean, my eyes are not quite as good as they used to be. And when I say used to be, like last year or 5 years ago. They used to be really bad. They used to be 3.5 and 2.75. And then my glasses broke. They were broken by a fist, and they were broken. And I didn't buy new glasses because I didn't have any money to buy new glasses, and I didn't know what kind of glasses I wanted because I don't want glasses like this. I don't think I look good in these glasses. Do I look good in these glasses? My head is now too long for these glasses. I don't care. Stop wearing glasses, everybody. Try nose, I mean the ones that are like that. Pince-nez. I think they're called pince-nez, Kermit. They bullied you. From who did they bully? Did they bully me or did they bully Carrie? Um, don't wear glasses. You don't need to wear glasses. It has saved me hundreds, if not thousands of pounds because I've not worn glasses in over 10, 15 years. Specsavers gave me a free replacement when they were broken off my face by a fist. Yeah, I could have. I could have. Headliners. What about headliners, Eugene? I miss it. I miss it. I'd like to be on it, but I'm missing it. And it got really bad towards the end. It got unfriendly, and people wrote bad things about me because the host of the show didn't like me. He didn't like me. And, and if you don't like me, I don't like you. That's just the way I am. Try contact lenses. If you don't know, contact lenses are even worse. And the other thing I was told, you see these eyes? Can you see how big and beautiful they are? They I don't know. They didn't make the no, no. Contact lenses very expensive, very bad, very unnecessary. I don't even know if they're expensive. But I remember wearing them. I had contact lenses when I was a kid, and I remember being told don't fall asleep wearing them. Don't fall asleep. And all I wanted to do was fall asleep because when you're told not to fall asleep, this is how you're falling asleep. This is how you're falling asleep. Because people say to you, do not fall asleep. That's the American Army falling asleep method. Imagine, this is what Andrew says. Imagine the bill we could all put in for the therapy we provide 3 hours a day for over 150 days. That's 450 hours of my time. Yes, you should put a bill in. You've been helpful to me. I think I'm getting happier and happier. Do I seem calmer and calmer? I think I'm getting better at this too. And you guys are getting better too. I think you're better communicators. Don't you feel like Andrew, don't you feel like you're a better communicator by writing in this stuff? He should pay us for listening to him. I should pay you for listening to me. They don't make contact lenses in your sight. This is what I was told. Because the glasses have to fit over the colored part, whatever that is, the retina or the cornea, whatever it is. That's Lewis's psyche in a nutshell. When someone tells you not to fall asleep, all you want to do is fall asleep. I think that's quite common for most people. Are you different than that? If I tell you, Joodles, please love me, do you love me? No, you fight it. You fight it. We don't feel better. How can we, when you misread, ignore, or go off on tangents? Well, this is the problem with me. That's what I do. I go off on tangents. I misread. I ignore. I think I'm getting better at this too. I think I'm reading pretty much everybody's message. Do you feel like you're ignored, Kermit? I hope you don't. I still cringe when I think of that night I was typing and typing and typing, thinking the show wasn't on, then refresh the page and Lewis and his son were on. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. The war continues, according to 2CTV. It says the BBC apologizes. Hold on one sec. The BBC apologizes to Trump, but won't pay compensation. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. The BBC is scum. I'm sorry. Should I say that it's scum? It's scum. And the fact that you give money to it, well, that's your own business. I'm not saying whether you should or you shouldn't. But why would you pay? Why would you pay to be brainwashed by the BBC? Why would you pay for that? That's the question. Why would you pay? I'd like to know that. Why would you pay? And that's what the BBC does. It brainwashes you. It absolutely brainwashes us. You're much better, Lewis, and thank you. I am too. Yes, you are, Ruben. You are much. Everyone here, most people here, are stronger communicators. And the ones who are not strong communicators, unfortunately, we've had to ask them to go. This is what I do. This is what I do. It is what I do. I wish I didn't, but I do it. I wish I didn't. And then there'll be situations you'll see me in and you'll say, wait a second, this isn't what Lewis does. I'm surprised he's able to do it. Or, of course, I knew he wouldn't do it because that's not what he does. You're definitely getting better, Lewis, says Seller. You're doing the producer's job better than him these days. Also, we're having less trouble. The lights are fine. Seller, yes. The show is being better produced. Is the sound better? Can you hear me clearly? Are we communicating well enough? I mean, it's not perfect, and we do have some gaps and stuff. Nick Skin 30 says this. He says the BBC doesn't brainwash us. The BBC told me that. Yes, and that's funny. Because that's what they do. They say, we're not brainwashing anybody. It's like all those people who work at NPR, 99.99, every single one of them, not even 99%, they all give money to the Democrats, every single one of them. So why should Republicans give them any money? Why should they? Screw them. Screw them, really. Screw them. I do not believe in contact lenses. I think we can improve our eyes. My eyes have been a bit wonky lately, and I'm going to work on that. Like right now, I'm reading this from all the way back here. That's Lewis. It's Psyche in a nutshell, Judel says. I've read this before, but I like what it sounds. She is right. When someone else tells you not to fall asleep, all you want to do is fall asleep. Yes, you could say it's rebellious or contrarian, but according to the U.S. Army, if you Google the U.S. Army sleep method, which I will Google for you people, I will Google that for you people. U.S. Army sleep method. Method. We'll just look for method. It recommends starting by laying down in your bed on your back. You close your eyes and purposely think about relaxing each part of your body. Start with your forehead and work methodically down to your toes. Relaxing, 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 relaxing. Think about each part of your body. Consider how it feels and give it permission to relax. But they're missing, what is the other step? The other step is, so you're relaxed, and then it says, where does it say? Clear your mind. And then it says these words, don't think, repeatedly in your mind for 10 seconds. If other thoughts distract you, put them aside and bring the attention back to your visualization or recitation. Just say, don't think. Or you could say, don't sleep. That's what I do. I say, don't sleep. Basically. I still cringe when I think of the night I was okay, we did that already, but thank you very much, MC Scott. Let me go back here. Astigmatism, that's something we can train out of our eyes. Yes, we can. Of course we can. Because it's like saying your eyes are not perfectly round or oblong or whatever shape they are. Of course they're not. No eye is perfectly shaped. And that's how they get you to buy the eyeglasses, by saying you have astigmatism. Every eye has astigmatism. So they're lying to you when they say that. At least I believe that. MC Scott. So don't worry about astigmatism. It's because the bridge of his nose is wide, Seller, and therefore most glasses look far too big or too high up. Yes, it is too big. I was punched in the face. I don't want to talk about that. Andrew Rubin method, smoke a pure spliff. You don't have to ask your mind or your body any questions. You're comatose, says Andrew. This is the Andrew Rubin method. Yeah, that's a good way, but Jesus had astigmatism on his hands. What does that mean? Lucy Van Pelt. What does that mean? Tell me what that means. Tell me what that means. I don't believe that. So, I mean, maybe I need to push this back a bit further. A bit further. Okay. And just I'll just read. This is what he does, says Eugene. I'm a partier by the day. What is a partier? Now I've got to look that up, Kermit. What is a partier? Let's look up what it means to be a partier. Pot. Oh, that's wrong. Pottier. Partier meaning eccentric, irrational. Well, potty does. Is that the same word for partier? What does partier mean in slang? It means partier. It means slightly insane, eccentric. I mean, I don't care if you think that about me. I like that. I like that. I like that. So Lucy's going to explain what it means by Jesus had astigmatism on his hands. Some people have laser eye surgery, but it sounds dangerous to me. Yes, especially when you could cure it yourself. You could cure bad eyesight yourself. So why do you need surgery? It's so wrong. It is really wrong. The medical industry, horrible, horrible people. Horrible. Stigmata. Oh, I see. With a nail, whatever it is. Some people have laser eye surgery. Okay, that's what Darkland says. It's a well-known fact. Astigmatism. Is that what that means? I don't know. It's not a well-known amongst me. I wasn't raised that way. This is like cannabis conversations without the giggles. Well, we'd be giggling if we were like together. We'd be touching each other and tickling each other and be doing lots of things, lots of different things. But Lucy says I should know this stuff. She always thinks I should know this stuff. She gets angry at me. Do you get angry at me, Lucy? She does get angry at me. But not as angry as she used to get. She used to get very, very angry at me. Why did you get so angry at me back in the day? We can discuss that another time. Another time. We could discuss that another time. If I had a nail through my hands, expect it would sting a little. Astigmatism. Stigmata is not astigmatism. Oh, I see. I see what Lucy's done. She's mixed up the words, Eugene DeVere. Stigmata and astigmatism. So let's find out what that means. Can I find out what that means? What is the difference? Let's look up what astigmatism is. Can I look that up? Can you see this? Astigmatism meaning. Okay, let's look it up. A defect in the eye lens caused by a deviation from the spherical curvature, which results in distorted images as light rays are prevented from meeting at a common focus. Every eye has slight differences. Every eye. Let's see versus stigmata. Stigmata. Can you see this now? Can everybody see this? Is a common eye condition where the cornea has an irregular shape. Okay. The confusion stems from a similar sound, but astigmatism is a medical term for refractive error, whereas stigmata, the singular is stigmata, the plural is stigmatum, that's Latin, is not a medical eye condition, is not a misspelling. It's two different things. Hiya. Hello there. You want to come sit down and join us here? No? I've hijacked the kitchen. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I might have to move into Studio 3. You can spend time with Lewis. You're the only one who can't spot a joke, Lewis. I'm not in this country, and I know you're thinking I'm Irish. I'm not in this country either. You're Irish, you're British, you're from the British Isles, you're from this country. You've lived in Northern Ireland for your lifetime. So you're from and I think Ireland is also part of this country, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Cornwall. I do. I don't understand it. I apologize. I wish I was a better person than I am. I wish I was a better person. Basically. Antisocial Cardigan is here. But you are right. You are right. I'm the only one who can't spot a joke. But maybe other people can't spot it either. Or maybe that is the joke. The joke is, here's a guy, he used to be a comedian, but now he's suffering from early onset dementia, and he can't tell what a joke is. Headliners was hilarious when you made them angry. They just don't get it. They shouldn't have been angry. Or they should have been angry when, like some people were angry and they knew it was a joke because it's a comedy program. I remember having to tell one person in particular, it's a comedy program. It's a comedy program. It's a comedy program. Thank you, Eugene DeVere, for saying that. Thank you very much for saying that. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate it. But stigmata, whatever it is, maybe it is. Maybe I could see how it could be considered a joke. But in stand-up comedy, when you do stand-up comedy, the basic rule is, I said, you're not the only one. Oh, other people couldn't. Oh, sorry, I misread that too. You're not. Maybe not should have been capitalized. I'm sorry, Lucy. I want Lucy to like me so much, and she doesn't like me at all. I want Judels to like me so much, and she doesn't. She stopped liking me. I want to be liked. That's why I'm doing this. I want to be liked. I want to be liked. Oh, everybody, we've been here an hour. Can we like the stream? Can we press the like button, the thumbs up button? Can you see the thumbs up? Can we press the thumbs up button? Can we I might have to do this in the other room if my son is here. I might have to do it in my bedroom from my bed. Lewis Schaffer's bedtime thing. Would you find that attractive? I don't know, Lewis. You make Judels. I don't trust her laughter. Judels. I don't trust anybody who splutter laughs that frequently. It's such a rare thing. I've never seen it. I mean, at least I never. Even with the real comedians. How very dare you, Lewis? As if we be laughing at somebody with early onset. Retract that statement. Yeah. All right, well, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I'm just worried. You reach a certain age and you start worrying. Especially when because I'm on I'm not on a high carb diet, but I'm on how many carbs did I have today? I had 100 grams of carbs. I want to have 40. But I used to have 350 to 400. Let's see how much I had. I don't even know because sometimes I forget to write. I had 108 grams today. I'm at 2,000 calories. I'll wake up tomorrow. I should weigh the exact same amount. So the basic rule of stand-up is what? What is the basic? What are you saying? I don't know I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said. So also, can we also, let's go to a Discord after the show? Can you go to Discord and talk amongst yourselves? And maybe you can find a girlfriend. Talib is here. You're always so late. Don't be so late, Talib. How old are you? Are you 49 years old? So young. So young for Lewis Schaffer. How old am I? Do we know how old I am? Anyway, so Talipa is here, and she says hello to everybody. Lucy loves you really, Lewis. As does Judels. We all know it's not dementia. It's Alzheimer's. Yeah, it could be that. I could have, who knows what I could have had. Luckily I didn't play that much football when I was a kid, so I wasn't hitting the head that much. But it could be something. It could be, I've had a bad diet for a lot of my life. There were some really bad foods that we used to eat. All the horrible margarines. There were times I didn't eat butter. Corn oil or mazola, which we used to eat. And then later on, canola oil, which is rapeseed oil. That's the first sign, getting names wrong. It could be, yeah. Like you always asking me, who is this? Who is that? And I don't remember these names. I don't remember the names. Do you? Who else thinks that they're losing their mind? You're not old enough. Who's the oldest person here? Who is the oldest person here? I do not know. Why did I just walk into this room? Yeah, but that can happen at any age, but that happens a little bit more frequently than me. Yeah, why am I here? Why ask at 49? Very random. No, because it says Tulipa 76. So you were born, let's say you were born in 1976, which is 49 years ago. That's why I guessed you were 49. I mean, you've got a young person's name, Tulipa. So who knows? I mean, not that it matters. I'm 68, so it's all good with me. I used to be like picky, but it's not. I'm 54. I think my mind is getting sharper. Yeah, 54, but you're not 68. I'm young. 32 times 2 plus 3 months means you're 64 and a little bit. Andrew Rubin. That's how old. We're an older group of people. At least I am. I'm the oldest one here. That's why it's so important for us to be physically in shape. And exercise is an important consideration. Very, very important consideration, I would say. Very important. So, Tulipa, how old are you then? You're not 49. Was that a good guess or was it not a good guess? Not that it matters. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. If you're a girl, are you a girl or a guy? See? Still sharp as a tack. 76 is dates as well as age. What, 1976? Or you could be 76 years old. How am I still sharp as a tack? How am I still sharp as a tack? I'm not sure. Am I sharp as a tack? Or a body. Let's be nice. Body count. I've been thinking about that lately. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Especially as you get older. What's the difference? What is the difference? Call yourself American. And you're laughing. Oh, 1976. You mean like freedom for America? 1976? 1776? 2000? 1776. Where are you from again, Talib? I know I've asked you this before. 76 was great. Long, hot summer and punk rock. It was a good year. It was a very, very good year. 1976. It was a good year. 1976, obviously. Tulipa, I'm living in the UK. I don't think about 1776 that often. I don't think of it that way. What is this? I can't remember. There's some kind of nut on my computer. Vatanai is here. Welcome here. I hope that's not Alan's body count. 1776. That's too many. That's not that it's too many, but it doesn't make anybody happy. Nobody goes, "Oh my God, I've had lots of girls and now I'm happier." No, because it's like saying I've had thousands of meals, yet I'm hungry right now. So, and I've had thousands of meals, but they're all different meals. I don't even know where I'm going with this. So basically, it's the 250th anniversary next year. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's amazing. No, 5,000. Oh, you did the math, Lucy. Lucy did the math. 5,389. How many days? Well, no, 10 days. That's 20. No, it's not that. That's not the right number. That's not the right number. And Tulip is speaking in memes or images or emojis. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. It's kind of like wasted on me. What do you mean, Lucy Van Pelt, 5389? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So we're going to Discord. What about us going on Twitter? Is everybody on Twitter so that they know? Have you ever enjoyed? No, I never did. Never took it. Never did. I don't know. Never did. No math. It's in his name. Am I missing it? Am I missing it? I need to get with the young gens. The young gens, yeah. Alan's name. Okay, let me get back to Alan. Oh, I see. 5389. Well, you could say he was born on the 5th of March, 1989. That's what it used to be. Remember, that's people used to put their birthdays on the thing, on their AOL accounts, if you remember those. If they had them in this country, AOL. Thank you very much, Lucy Van Pelt. But we all need to get with the younger generation. Some of them. I mean, a lot of them are just so. 1789, that's when the Constitution was written. Isn't that the year that they voted on the Constitution of the United States, 1789? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the thing about these names, like Lucy Van Pelt, 23, unless you check, that name was probably put in there by YouTube, the 23. You probably wrote Lucy Van Pelt, and they put in 23 because there might have been other Lucy Van Pelts. Basically, she's not showing any emotion. That had to be explained to me. I am not showing any emotion, Lewis. I don't even know why you need to do that. You just assume there's no emotion there unless you want to put some emotion. Smiley face, smiley face. That any better? For what? 1789? I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? I wish I was smarter. You should have met me when I was younger. I was very smart. Okay, big question, Lewis. Would you prefer to be living in the USA with your boys or here taking the current political climate we are in now? Thank you, Andrew. Well, it depends what I'd be doing in the USA, depending where I'd be living in the USA. I mean, I'm happy here. This, unfortunately, is my home. I've lived here for 25 years. This is my home. This is my refrigerator. You know what I mean? This is, I don't even know what this is. It's my stuff. I don't want to move. So I'm happy to be here. I just, but people sometimes like with World War II, you're being forced to live, Andrew. You're forced to live. Alan says, all I remember from 76 is the green fly invasion, flicking them off my ice cream cone in Blackpool. That's quite a memory. Bonnie Blue having sex must be like a particle flying through the Hadron Collider. What do you think? What does that mean? What does that mean, Lucy? I love when Lucy is dirty. I really like it a lot. You don't expect it to happen. Are you saying because she's had all those men inside of her area there is looser than other women's? I don't believe that. That's, I think, a myth. I think that's a myth. 1649. What happened in 1649? The new king? No, that's 1660. Was there something to do with Cromwell taking over? Possibly. I remember summer of 76 being hot in the UK and not much else. I was 6 years old. You were 6, says Darklands. Lucy says, oh my God. Well, why are you saying, oh my God? Isn't that what you meant? Isn't that what you meant? Andrew Rubin is going, Lewis, what does that mean? What does that mean? First of all, this collider business, that is the biggest scientific lie ever, practically. It's like taking a jet plane and crashing it into a mountain to find out how it flies. And looking at the rubble and seeing the pieces of it. They're going to smash atoms. Or whatever. Those just, I don't even know if there are atoms. They're just spaces between stuff. It's all electromagnetism. Cromwell invited Jews back to England. Yes, he did. He did. So let's give the guy credit for that. But then he stopped people from dancing and having a good time. So he wasn't that great. And look what he did to the Irish people. The Irish people didn't like what he did. They didn't like what he did to them, the Irish people. So he's not that popular, Cromwell. And there were two, Thomas Cromwell and Oliver Cromwell. So that's that question. So we're going to say goodbye. We're going to end the stream. I think we've had a good time. If we had a good time tonight, it's not been the best show. Maybe it's been the best show. Maybe it's been a really good show. We've had a good participation in the show. We've had very little silliness. I mean, lots of jokes. Cromwell was the Puritan, Darklands. Yes, he was. He lived out east in Norfolk, wherever he lived. In Norwich. I have a picture of Oliver Cromwell death mask. I took it. You took the picture. So thank you, Nick Skin. I'm going to thank everybody. Can we, if you have any extra, if you want to make a contribution to keep this stream going, to keep me not broke, basically. And I mean proper, so broke that I haven't looked at my finances in months and months and months. He banned Christmas. Yeah, bad, very bad. I mean, I think the government should stay out of people's lives like that. So Eugene DeVere, thank you for coming in. If you can you give us a thumbs up? Can you subscribe to this channel so we can send you information, Eugene? I appreciate that. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Lucy. Andrew. Thank you, Gnome and Carrie B. And Kermit, of course, Kermit. Amazing. Kermit. MC Scott, Joodles. Salaire. Fantastic. I think this was entertaining for Lewis Schaffer. I mean, an entertaining show is one when I get really angry and worked up about something that's educational. Nick Skin, thank you, Nick, for being here. Darklands, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Eugene, of course, thank you again. If I forget your names, Joodles, love you, Joodles. If I forget your name, write it on the bottom. Just say, hey, Lewis, what about me? Buy the chat of coffee. Thank you, Jedster. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Jedster. Big support. Okay, we don't want to talk tax. We can talk later about the tax. My son is here, so I'm just going to say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm going to end the stream. Okay, is that fair? Is that fair? I think this has been one of the better shows. Better shows. Better shows. Better shows. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with this show. All right, we'll see you later, everybody. See you tomorrow at 5. If you can, Patreon, if you can go onto Patreon, if you can go onto PayPal, if you go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, and maybe, and sell Lewis Schaffer, keep the stream going. I would appreciate it. All right, we'll see you later.